On those last several problems, we saw that each one had an individual solution, which is kind of cool. On these next few, we're going to either have no solution or infinitely many or all real solutions. Okay, so an identity is an equation that is true for all values of the variable. It has all real solutions or infinite solutions. The really cool thing about the identity is you know it's the identity when it's the exact same thing on this side as is on this side. Notice that there is a 1, positive 2, and a single x. There is 1, positive 2, and a single x. That means that anything I put in place of x, it will always be the same number. So I can plug in anything I want for x, and it's true. So it's called the identity if it is true for all equations. The answer is infinite solutions or all real numbers. You will see from me a lot, I will use this symbol for real numbers. Okay? Because that's the symbol for real numbers. All right. Now let's talk about not identity. Let's talk about contradiction. Let's change that right here. Is an equation that has a false equation. In other words, it's not true, ever. Doesn't matter what I plug in. So right here, I have x equals x plus 3. Can a number ever equal 3 more than itself? Probably not. But the easiest way to show that is if we subtract x from both sides, x minus x is 0, and this is still 0, x minus x is 0, but does that ever equal 3? So is that a contradiction? Yes, because 0 will never equal 3. So we would say no solution. Another way you can show no solution is using the empty set. That's what that's called. Okay, it's a 0 with a line through it. All right, let's try a couple. So on this first one, we've got 3x minus 4 equals 1/2 times quantity 6x minus 8. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to deal with distribution. So I'm going to take my 1/2 and I'm going to distribute it through. So right here I have 3x minus 4 equals 1/2 times 6 is 3. The x is still there. 1/2 times negative 8 is negative 4. Some of you already see what it's going to be. Some of you don't. So if you don't see what it's going to be, continue on with me. So I've got a 3x and I want all my x's on one side. So I subtract 3x from both sides. Now 3x minus 3x is 0. So all I'm left with over here is a negative 4. And 3x minus 3x is a 0. So all I'm left with is a negative 4. Does negative 4 always equal negative 4? Yes. So this is all real numbers. Okay? Because we ended up with something that was true. Negative 4 equals negative 4. All right, let's see what happens over here. So my first step is going to be to distribute this 3 through. So then I have 15x plus 6 equals 15x. All right, some of you already see what it's going to be. Some of you don't. If you don't see it, follow along with me. So the first thing I want to do is get all my x's on one side. So I'm going to subtract 15x from both sides. And over here, this goes to 0 because 15 minus 15 is 0. And we have 6 equals, and then 15 minus 15 is 0. Does 6 ever equal 0? No. So this would be no solution. All right? Okay, now I want you guys to go ahead and try these two out. Figure out what the solution would be. If you're really struggling with these fractions, you can multiply both sides by 3, and the fractions will nicely solve themselves. Like they'll become not fractions. It'll be great. Okay, go ahead and do those, then write a recap, and that's it for today. You've got this.